welcome to Final Verdict. I'm Adam.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Bell.
Whoa, welcome back, sir.
Back
Thank
again.
you. It was weird not going last. I'm like, should I just take over and go first?
This is
Well, thanks, Bell. Your self-imposed exile lasted I don't know, 5 episodes.
What episode is this? This is episode 5?
5 or depends on what order we put them on in. Maybe we get freaky with the order.
It'd be crazy if you switched it up. I'm going to be ranking out of bicycles, by the way, just to mess with your ranking system.
That's what I did in the first season. You told me I wasn't allowed to do that.
Yeah, of course you're not.
Yeah.
It was awful. Well, I'm glad to be back, though. It was so stressful picking an album. I got to say, I was like, this has some weight.
yeah,
people
because you
have
don't get
been-
to do a lot of picks.
At your front door asking, where's Bell? I mean, no episodes are out as the time of filming. But,
Yeah. They're asking where
I
all
could
of us
feel-
are, but specifically they ask for you more often
And
than
it's weird,
us.
you leave gaps for me to share my thoughts in your episodes. So it's like you'll be talking and like, what do you think, Bell? And then it's just silence because I'm not actually there. But I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
And then you just hear us go like,
Yeah. it's
we just
pretty
put some sad piano music in when you don't speak.
fun. Oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. But today I brought back a classic from season 1. We covered Begonia,
Fear.
Winnipeg star, Canadian icon to be Begonia. And today we're talking about Powder Blue, her second album that released in 2023. We've talked about Begonia before. Go listen to that episode if you want more info. It's Fear by Begonia, her first album. Fantastic. But I'll give you a brief kind of rundown. Alexa Dirks, or Begonia, is an indie alt pop artist. Some say gospel pop from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. That's been blowing up the Canadian music scene for quite a few years now. Her first EP released in 2017, which won some awards and had some number 1 songs on some Canadian music charts. I had never heard of them, but a number one's a number one. You know what I mean?
on some Canadian music chart.
And her first album, Fear, was nominated for a Juno Award for Adult Alternative Album of the Year and was longlisted for the Polaris Music Prize, which I'd also never heard of, but sounds impressive.
So for listeners not from Canada, the Junos are like the Grammys, and the Polaris Music Prize are like for actual art.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
the Polaris is like
So getting longlisted for that as a musician is kind of
yeah,
neat.
the Polaris Music Prize often goes to like more niche Canadian artists who are making more interesting and forward-thinking indie music. I think like Tanya Tagaq was a recent winner,
really?
and she's
Sure.
like a Inuit
Yeah.
like throat singer. She does
Yeah.
throat
Yeah,
singing.
yeah,
She
yeah.
does and it's like really cool stuff like that. But I always check out the Polaris shortlist every year. It's worth seeing because it's a lot of really cool Canadian artists. That's where I actually know about Begonia.
Really?
It's from the Polaris lists.
Which one? Which year? This from Fear? Or what do you
This
remember?
Powder Blue album I've listened to like once in the past because usually I'll just like cursory listen to the cool picks from the top because was she longlisted or shortlisted?
Well, I'll tell you, because we're going to be talking about Powder Blue, which earned her 2 Juno Award nominations, or Grammys if you're American.
I don't know
BME
what
if
the
you're from
exchange rate
British.
between Junos to Grammys is, but it's not very good.
It's 2-1. So she has 1 Grammy Award nomination, and she got 2 Polaris Music Prize nominations, and got recognized by NPR as an artist you need to know.
And
So she got 2 for this album.
the film that recorded the tour for this album was shortlisted for a Polaris Prize as well.
That's probably one of the 2. I didn't even know it existed. Jamie's going to try to get me a copy because I would
Yeah.
love to see that.
It was in theaters briefly last year.
That's insane. I can't believe I've never heard of that either.
Yeah, it's called Powder Blue Live at the Regent, and it was recorded, I believe, at the Regent Theater in Winnipeg. Which would
Yeah,
make
if there's
sense.
like anything I would say about Begonia from listening to this is that she needs better promotion. She
100%.
needs better
any
distribution.
promotion.
Like they also had like an album trailer on YouTube that was like snippets from like potential music videos. It was like a music video, but it was just like song, like maybe the
Yeah.
album condensed into 4 minutes, and I was like, this is so cool.
I'd
Well,
never seen that either.
the first 4 tracks have music videos.
Oh, do they? They have full
Yeah.
music videos. Yeah.
I need to get more into music videos, especially for albums that I like.
I
We've
just
talked
thought-
about them before. I think In Rainbows has quite a few because that's one where they like
Right.
commission people to do music videos.
That's right.
It's
yeah.
very neat. I mean, Sledgehammer,
Yeah.
great music video.
Or Big
There's
Time.
some really good music videos out there, and I didn't even know that. And I'm a big fan of Begonia. I've seen her live 3 times now. I saw her back in 2017, if I had to guess, opening for Serena Ryder. Saw her in 2021, opening for Shaky Graves, and I saw her last year, I believe, where she was the main artist at the Hollywood Theater the Fox Theater here in Vancouver with my friend Lauren. She kills it every time. She's an
Yeah.
artist I will see every single tour. Even if she skipped Vancouver for some reason, I would consider flying to Toronto. She is just so powerful. It really
Yeah.
is so unique right now. I feel like there was an era where big, powerful female singers were really popular. You know, Adele, Amy Winehouse, they got referenced in the first episode for Begonia, Duffy, all them.
Yeah, like
And it's
Nora
kind of
Jones and
gone
stuff
away a
too.
little
Like
bit.
it's
Mhm.
got yeah.
Mhm.
There was like a big mid-aughts, Alicia Keys, adult contemporary powerful female vocalist scene that's
Yeah.
kind of
Ladies with big voices.
fallen back. And I think that's maybe just due to the rise of hip hop and
And
R
bedroom
and
pop and stuff
B,
like
and
that.
that's
Yeah.
kind of like just pushed that stuff out of the mainstream, like the spotlight.
Yeah,
You
it feels very unique now, where it's like this highly produced, booming voice, and it's just so crazy. And I've actually owned this album since its release back in February 2023, but I was always too nervous to listen to it. It's one of those things where I like an album so much that I'm afraid to listen to other stuff in case it's not as good. Shout out Blink-182 for giving me this fear when I listen to anything that's not their greatest hits, and I go, I don't like this.
Mhm.
Or even to an extent, Father John Misty, where I Love You Honey Bear is the best. Like the other ones are not bad, but that one is the best. But I ended up listening to it going, Powder Blue is better than Fear. Like this is a really good album. It's different in a similar way. It's different kind of subject matter. Fear being all about anxieties and stuff like that versus this one. Begonia says or the name Powder Blue is more of an emotion. It makes me think of a baby blanket. The color of the Virgin Mary shawl at the church Christmas play. The airiness of a cloud on a summer day. Chlorine-filled water in a hotel pool. Elvis in the 70s wearing an ill-fitted jumpsuit. The wallpaper in my room growing up. The collection of faded denim jeans in my basement. And there are a number of things that she talks about. A lot of things regarding childhood and, the fears that come from that and anxieties about body image, relationships, but also a lot of like growth and ownership over those moments, being like, no, I'm leaving you and it's better. Or like, I was sad and losing that sadness kind of makes me feel like I'm losing part of myself, but it's growth I need and things like that.
Mhm.
Kind of a very triumphant album in a lot of different spots. But what did you two think?
I liked it in the same way I liked the first album we covered, Fear. But I must have listened to that album, I don't know, like 6 times while I was like polishing floors. And then I listened to this one a bunch of times this week too. I gave it a bunch of listens. I really liked it. I like the use of strings in the background on it, and how some of the songs sound more upbeat, but sometimes have a little bit more downtrodden lyrics in them. I like her like introspection on like people's expectations of herself and things like that. Thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think just a stunning vocalist. The way that she can both like kind of harness the power of her voice, but also have the sultry and delicate tone. She's really versatile, and it's written a lot of music on this album that is like really supports the variety and the like kind of range of her voice. That's I think is a really great demonstration of just how amazing of a vocalist she is. It's one of the albums where it's carried by her like charisma as a vocalist on some tracks,
Mhm.
which is totally great because that's the kind of performer she is. She's a vocalist. This showcases it. Sometimes that means that the songs are a little boring. I think that some of the tours into more of the like the poppier side on this record don't work as well for me because I think that maybe she doesn't have the ear or the production or the support in her songwriting for those kind of more modern pop hooks.
Hmm.
I really, really love the songs where she's doing more traditional singer-songwriter stuff, or like we kind of have like some Brazilian influenced jazz on this. Married by Elvis has like a nice clave beat to it.
Oh,
sure.
it's
You
so
got
good.
kind of a reggae beat on Heaven. So when she's doing the more jazz inspired stuff, like songs like Butterfly, incredible track, beautiful song. And this is a really great album that has enough variety on it that it doesn't ever get interesting and nothing ever overstays its welcome.
Hmm.
Yeah, it is nice that none of the songs are super long. Butterfly is one of the longest, as well as Cold Night, the following song. But I feel like most of them kind of change up enough that it's like, oh, the song's over, which I enjoy. I don't think the writing is especially strong on this one. I feel like maybe it was a little bit stronger on Fear, but it's also, I feel like it's easier to kind of get more in depth when you're talking about anxieties and stuff like that, versus there's a variety of topics in this album. There's a couple, I mean, we'll get to that I go like, I don't think the writing is great at all. Or maybe it's like too vague and it's like the feelings that, or the way to read into this song leads to two very different interpretations or feelings,
Mm.
which means it kind of falls flat. But overall, I think there's a lot of fun stuff here. But I agree. It does,
Yeah.
it changes quite a bit to the back half, which I kind of end up waiting for the one or two songs that I really like. But even through that, I don't really mind. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
And I
think
think
any of them are bad.
I think some of the production can feel a little underproduced. It can feel like it's like, oh, there could be like the song doesn't have enough in it almost, but you know what? I'll tell her. I'll say this much: she probably writes a better song than I can write currently, maybe ever.
I like you backtrack from ever right
I
to
want
right
to.
now.
I'm not going to put myself down. I have the capability of writing good music. I just have to try. You know,
Are
there's
you gonna?
potential in me.
Are you gonna?
Probably not.
Are we gonna listen to this album one last time?
I think we will.
Good. I didn't know if we still did that. I was like, I probably should not commit to this. Like, no, we don't do that.
Getting married by Elvis tonight. Waiting at the back of the line. Am I getting in tonight? Tell any of my friends, was it contextual? Or am I bisexual? In the backseat, well, imagine me. I'm right here on your shoulder. Right here.
Chasing Every Sunrise opens the album.
What an album, by the way. What an album.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
thank
can-
you, Bell. You had to say that.
I did. Legally, I
Contractual
did.
obligations.
I love a bit of a heavier start to the album. It's kind of fun to start with something a little bit more tumultuous.
Mhm.
Like
But
the-
like you get hit right with the main attraction of the
Yeah.
album, which is her like sultry alto voice. Like it's incredible, and it's nice. That it's just like right in the front, a little bit of reverb. You're like, wow, it's
Yeah,
an
just
incredible
her.
first impression.
So good.
Yeah.
I like the little strings you get in this particular song.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice and tasteful.
And the way they like kind of fade in with the snaps.
Yeah.
And it
It's
takes
like-
a long time. Like this
Mhm.
intro we're talking about is 32 seconds before the strings start to come in.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
really
which is so
nice, and
cool.
it comes in like a nice, I don't know, gradient.
little
I don't know how to
finger
describe fade
signs.
in. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of great imagery here, like the dead leaves blowing in the wind as you walk home after a long night. This is again where I'm like, I don't really know what she's trying to describe. Like, it's a song about her leaving the bar after spending a night with a partner, only for them to be homeless or to not have a family. Because it's like, that's when I realized you have no home to go to. I'm like, what? I don't really get it.
I think it's like an
Um,
emotional home.
I guess
Yeah.
it's just given so much attention, like it's gonna be such a hard hitting line. And I go, huh? Like, it's given a lot of space just to be like, you have no home to go to. I'm like, what? What does that even mean?
yeah.
But it also moves on pretty quick. So it's like, I guess it's pretty hard to complain. There's also like the great instrumentation that really
Mm-hmm.
just kind of grabs my attention. There's a great build up with sharp violin, soft backing harmonies, and a little beat switch at 222 where things get a little bit more pointed. The bridge is very poignant with its cutesy imagery, all prefaced with loved to show that it's long gone. And then the song just ends.
Yeah.
It just kind of stops, which I think works with, again, this thought of an ending relationship or getting over the feelings or whatever it is.
If you listen to the previous 3 seasons of the podcast, you'll know Belle hates a fade out.
I do. This one has like a little breath, like the music stops and she goes, and then
Ooh, hard
the
cut.
next song starts.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's kind of got like it's almost kind of got like a James Bond opening vibe with the like pulsing strings, right? I could see
I
this like
noted that on a couple ones that it has
Yeah.
like spy movie sounds.
yeah, this is a kind of a beautiful track, and I love this like the simple, like big bass notes that hit. It's really propels everything. I think this is a really cool song and a great opener.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And it continues with Heaven, which is fun.
it sounds like the last. Are we the last living
hear that.
souls? It's got that kind of reggae beat. It's got the exact same. It's got the exact same drum machine.
It does. Yeah.
Even
like the same kind of beat from that, too.
Are we the last?
Living
It sounds. I
souls.
noticed that and I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's funny. I really like the synths in this one. The backing track's a short little loop with drums. When this little horny / horn-like synth comes
Whoa.
in, it's just so gripping. I'm like, oh, okay.
I noticed that there's like one of those like, I don't know what the hell that's called when someone hits those the instrument is just a wooden block.
Yeah, I think it's called
It
Wooden
is like a
Blocks.
clave. There's like a
Thank
clave on
you.
here.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, the chorus is all about if even going to heaven will let her escape her past experiences that haunt her, and how she needs someone to tell her she's okay and shake her out of it. Pretty simple song with a lot of it just being Begonia singing If I Get to Heaven, but the production value and layers of vocals, harmonies, synths, and strings is just gorgeous. It's truly so hard to describe, but the stuff her and her band are able to assemble is just so thick
Yeah.
and impressive for a relatively small group. Like, they have not been blowing up. They probably don't have a ton of money to be throwing around and stuff, but it's something that's carried over from Fear, and you can hear them try to attempt in Juniper, her first EP, but it just really, I think in this song works so well.
Yeah, there's this cool mix of like these very gospel like harmonies, the call and response in the chorus, the backing vocals. It's like the layers, the harp. It's like both majestic and also like a sexy song.
Yes.
Man, it gets my head bobbing. I'm just doing it right
Yeah.
now where I'm like, this is so good.
I wasn't clear on whether there's an actual chorus with her on this album or if there is it's just her harmonizing with herself.
I don't know. I think it's mostly her.
Yeah, because I couldn't find good consistent album credits.
Oh man, it's so tricky to find anything about small artists where it's like you find one interview where they're like, I liked this about this song, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
the only information about this song, and it's like with some like Exclaim newspaper here in Vancouver, and you're like,
Shout
oh.
out to Exclaim, the like Canadian music magazine that like continues to focus on Canadian indie artists. Like they're awesome, an awesome publication.
Also,
love
what
those
is
guys.
there's like a little synth, almost like a theremin little solo.
Yeah, we got that little like whistly synth solo at 2 minutes, which is okay, but it's kind of like comes in, you're like, whoa.
They played it live, and everyone cheers because like a guy just comes out, he moves to the front of the stage, does it, and kind of moves back.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, buddy.
So good.
That's fun.
Yeah, this is probably, I think, at least this is one of their most played tracks on the album, and I think it makes total sense.
Yeah, it's my third favorite song on the album.
It's so good.
But my first favorite song on the album is Next,
Married.
Married by Elvis.
Speaking of clave, this song's got it.
Let me tell you about Calave.
This is the Brazilian inspired, like very Brazilian jazz.
Brazilian, okay.
It's got a what's it called?
Samba.
Bossa Nova.
Thank
Bossa
you.
Nova is what I
It's
get.
got a bossa
This
nova
kinda,
beat.
this, I get a little bit of a spy thing. Like it's a very sexy.
Yeah. That's what I wrote. It's Spy Strings.
Yeah,
back
it
of
is.
Spy strings.
It is my favorite song on the album for sure. It's so cute and romantic. It's all about how though her and her partner aren't perfect, and the idea of married by Elvis might be stupid. She's excited to just tell the whole world that this is her partner. They're getting married. They want to spend the rest of their life together. It's floaty. It's groovy. It's so stereotypically romantic, and it works so good,
Mhm.
especially with the kind of immature lyrics like, we might just be stoners, but like, I want to hold your hand 1,000 times and like spend my
That's
whole
so
life with
cute.
you.
The idea of like we're like going and getting hitched by the frickin' at the like chapel in Las Vegas,
Mhm.
right? It's
Velvet
a really cute
Elvis.
idea.
Oh, it's so romantic. I'm holding the chair arm like a hand right now because it's just so cute.
Oh, you're such a romantic, Bill.
Oh, truly.
Why are you gripping it so hard? Stop gripping it so hard.
Yeah, it's like I don't even have a whole lot to say about the content of the song because it really is so simple. But the little between the chorus and the verses, there's these very ethereal, operatic vocals,
Mm-hmm.
and it works really well to just like kind of keep you in, and it matches the strings, which is it's very, very pretty.
Yeah, this is one of those songs where I'd say like, yeah, maybe the songwriting on it isn't the most inventive or strong. It is very much a classic bossa nova jazz song, but the lyrical content, the string arrangement, really, really good. And it just kind of makes you go like, what could Begonia do with a little bit more funding, a little bit more like a more experienced producer or something like that, you know?
Mhm.
You get like a Rick Rubin, a Rick Rubin behind her.
Oh my god.
No, but a Jack Antonoff. No, not him, not him.
I agree.
Yeah,
agree.
it's like this is a really great track.
I'm actually interested now in seeing what a Rick Rubin Begonia album would sound like.
Probably be pretty good.
Dude,
Rick-
don't let Mark Ronson find out this woman exists.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. I like how the song ends with an outro verse where everything is just stripped away. It's just Begonia, some light strumming. It just wows me every time. I love hearing her breathe in between each line, hearing the fingertips kind of slide across the frets to prepare for the next strum. Just so pretty to, again, allow these quote-unquote imperfections to make it in to just add to that feeling of genuineness.
Yeah. And then we go into like a kind of large tonal shift. The first kind of detour on the album, I'd say. And I think it's a well-timed one.
Mm-hmm.
We get these, after 3 slower, sultry tracks, we
It's
get
almost like a big band, like the well-produced version of that where it's still all digital.
it's like boisterous.
Yeah.
You have these big horns, these large bass notes, a more upbeat R&B type track with some rattling hi-hats almost and trap influenced drums.
Man,
I
the
will
horns,
say-
too, just like the wham, wham. Ugh.
Inception.
Yeah.
The previous track has the most listens on Spotify at over 500,000.
Wow, I'm actually surprised it's that much. Good for her.
This track has the next most listens.
Really?
at half as much.
This is a good song.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's anything that's super crazy. It's a scornful feeling song with Begonia singing about a pretty passive relationship with them only keeping in contact after they've had a few drinks or are feeling bored, but having excuses every time as to why they only message when they want something, and like how they don't check voicemails or, I'm just bad at keeping in touch with everybody. I've said that a few times. It's true for me, though. This person probably lying. And even though they miss birthdays and won't stay in touch, they still tell them that they'll be with them forever, which is very toxic. At least that's, again, what I assume it means. It's kind of hard to tell. There's no Genius page or anything that I could find online about this song.
It's funny. The Genius page for this album says all the songs are unreleased.
Yeah, they don't have any lyrics even entered. One of them has Begonia as the credit of entering in the lyrics, but not even all the songs have the lyrics entered. So I'm not really 1,000% sure what it means, and I don't really know how it relates to the whole "you can always find me here on your shoulder" part, because it could be about somebody who's passed away, and that's just resentment about how they missed birthdays and did all this, and now they're not even alive. But I don't know if you would like carve their name into trees and be resentful about that. Like, I don't really know. But it's, again, she gets that powerful kind of rasp in her voice a couple times as she really belts out. It's the first song where she really lets it just belt out.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's so good. It's so much fun. This feels like a song that could have been on Fear. It could have been on her EP Begonia, Juniper. It's a very Begonia song. Fun vocals, interesting dynamic instrumentation, layers and layers of vocals. It's a little weak to me. I don't think it's the weakest on the album, but it's definitely not the most gripping to me. But maybe it's, again, because I've been such a fan of past Begonia albums, and this just kind of feels like a song from those.
The big horns, do we think they're real horns or do we think they're like synthesized horns?
I don't think there's that much live instrumentation on this album.
No, I don't
Yeah, because they sound too consistent.
I think it's a synth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw her, it was literally just her and a dude with a little MIDI drum pad. The other times there's been some live instruments, but it's still mostly like somebody doing synth work and like maybe a drummer.
Is the chorus real?
Define
Like, sorry,
real.
the choir or whatever?
I think it's layered vocals.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah,
She
it's
might
probably
have
just
some
her.
backup vocals, but that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of them do sound like her still. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. It's hard to pick out.
Which is like that's a good, well done production. then,
Yes,
Yeah.
right?
indeed.
If you can get the vibe.
The next track, I'm Not Dying, has the least amount of listens on the entire album.
Which
That's crazy.
kind of surprises me because this feels like you could throw this on a playlist and everyone would be like vibing.
yeah, it's
It
good.
gives me Remy Wolf vibes.
Yeah, I could totally
Sure.
get that.
Yeah.
I could find that.
It's kind of more cheeky. Lyrically, cheeky in terms of like musical tone. It is lyrically not that cheeky.
No.
But it is kind of like you're leaving, but like, you know what? I ain't dying over it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a fun vibe. I'm really surprised that it's not more popular.
I agree. It's very easy listening. It's a simple premise, but the instrumentation, again, gets a chance to shine with light, fluttering guitar riffs, quick drones, and 80s sounding synths. It's a fun listen.
Mm-hmm.
That breakdown at 1:45 where she just vocalizes and goes, "Holy fucking shit," is good too. It's like so catchy. It kind of has all the ingredients of a more popular song, but I guess just isn't high energy enough or low energy enough that people just aren't kind of grabbed either way. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's worth the time though.
I think for me, if it built to something a little bit higher energy on the back end,
Mhm.
it kind of has a prolonged denouement, right? Like the last minute of it is like these really pretty keys and this like kind of like softening of the song, which is like lovely. But I think that maybe that's kind of why it doesn't hit the level of virality that you'd get. Because if this was like written specifically like a traditional pop song, you know that like right after the bridge, we'd come back in the chorus, there'd be a little bit of silence, and then you'd come back in the chorus
Mhm.
big.
This is like the live version of this song. Because like sometimes when there's a live version, they'll do that extended outro where they can just play and do whatever. But instead they just made that the full version. And again, yeah, it's kind of like, okay, well then I guess how would you listen to it? Because there's a minute, 45 seconds of song where it's like almost like a phone recording in the room kind of audio quality for the vocals at least, which is very cool. But again, extends the song in a way that maybe not everyone would enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This album
like it.
has cussing on it, but none of the songs have the explicit tag.
I think it's because shit is technically not a swear. But I guess she
She said
says
holy
she
fucking
says
shit.
yeah.
effing.
Yeah.
She says shit a couple times, which is
I think it's probably because you have to like submit it to like
Yeah,
get
you
the
have to actually
explicit
flag
tag.
it yourself.
oh
yeah.
great
Like
work,
there's-
Jamie. You've got her flag now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like smaller like metal bands that don't have the explicit tag.
Yeah.
So
It doesn't just have to be cussing to be explicit. It could be nasty.
I think for the explicit tag, it is literally
Is it just
it's like a
cussing?
cuss number.
Oh.
Cuss number.
Because like there's lots of albums where you're like the kids should not like Prozac has a song called Shag Tag, and that's not considered explicit.
I like to watch. I like to
Dude,
watch.
I was
yeah,
thinking about that
Bob
song.
and
Thank you, Bell.
Like that album, nothing on that album's explicit except for I think
move it. Move
like
it.
if he said like fuck tag.
Yeah. We should have an album called Cuss Number and see how many swears we can get before it's explicit.
Cuss number.
Cuss number. Cuss is a gross word. Anyways. Then we get Marigold. Short and sweet song about grappling with queer thoughts as a youth and the pressure of religion and choosing God versus your true self. It sounds heavy, but it's more of a victory song about her recognizing those feelings and how even though they were somewhat fleeting or maybe less intense now that she's an adult, she's able to choose herself. Instrumentally, probably the simplest song.
Yes.
It's a drum machine. It's simple bass, some gospely organ and vocalizing during the chorus, but it's only 2 minutes long. So like even though it's simple, it doesn't feel lesser.
Yeah.
It just is like, this is what I wanted to say.
I like how like it feels almost like a proud declaration of having this problem. I think there's a lot of tracks that deal with the like queerness versus my religion that I was raised with. And this one, the tone of the song and the way she presents it is more like a proud declaration of like, yes, this is a thing that I've struggled with, but it doesn't weigh on her anymore. And I think that's a cool way to present it. What is usually often like what is a difficult thing in your life to be presented with like such a powerful and prideful way of being like, yeah, I had to deal with this.
I like that she rhymes contextual with bisexual.
I was gonna
That's a
say, I'm like
great
that
line.
line is so funny. Just seeing the girls in their jerseys and feeling weak in the knees. Was it contextual or am I bisexual? Is such a funny
Yeah.
line.
Yes.
Great line.
Such a funny line.
I could have had another big chorus in this. This could have gone at one more
Honestly,
chorus.
right? Like again, the vocals are so nice, and there are moments again of like where it could come back into it. The final kind of maybe I'm ready, I might be unsteady verse feels like it could lead back into one more big oomph, but instead it's like maybe I'm ready. Song over, quick end.
Yeah, which is okay for me because the next track we get to go to like my favorite track on the album, which is
See,
the next track.
This is probably my least favorite.
Really?
I put this down as Juno bait. It feels like you're trying, like it's like when you're watching a movie and you're like, all right, man.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't
yeah.
need to be that emotional.
It's sappy.
Yeah, it's I don't falter for this. Maybe it's because I don't really like this. I can't relate to this song. I don't really understand this song. It's another one where I'm like, what are you trying to say here? It's a failed relationship. It's a relative passing away. I don't know. But those are two very different things. Those are two very different emotions. And so if I don't know, I can't get into it.
What I found interesting is that it's sandwiched between Marigold and Cold Night, but Marigold has 240,000 plays, reasonable, and Cold Night has 155,000 plays. This one somehow only has 70,000.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Might be
So-
a matter of which are singles. Also,
What-
this is like not a very clippable.
No,
This
not especially.
Chasing Every Sunrise and Cold Night are the ones with a dot next to it on Apple Music, which usually means they're the most popular songs.
Oh, like the Heaters.
yeah.
I see.
So I don't know. That's interesting. It's interesting
Mhm.
that they're different. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I think it's totally fine. It is just not for me.
I think it's just gorgeous. Her delicate vocals, big crescendo at the end with all of the strings. The melodies in this song are just beautiful. It's a very simple, straight ahead ballad, but it's just so good. And I think the lyrics are really nice. It's like, to me, it does feel like a song about like God to me. It
Mm.
feels like it's about how like you kind of have his presence in your life. Like I find the words to say I'm sorry for all of the times I pretended I was so holy. And like how God relating to God and like the loss of the people around you and like grief and stuff like that.
That
I
makes
think it's-
sense. Even like the Swear I Felt You in the Breeze.
Yeah,
Kinda stuff.
yeah. So I think it's kind of dealing with that ideas of feeling people's spirits and the faith that you currently have.
You know
Very
what,
good
Ian?
track.
You level up the song because I like it a bit more now because it's like that makes sense, and even like that grappling with the loss of religion is like the acceptance that like those people that you have lost are gone. Like
Yeah.
there is no religion. That means that there's nobody you have watching over you or waiting for you, whatever it is, which then I guess triggers that emotional thought. So you
Yeah.
leveled it up for me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Heck yeah.
I also like how at the very end it's just like it's stripped way down. She says time floats like a butterfly, but it's so stripped down that you can hear the keys of the piano hitting the bottom as well as the note.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Where you can like hear the key being pressed and the note that's
you,
coming
yeah,
out
you
of
hear
it.
the foot pedals and
It's like, oh, that's neat.
There's an album called by I think it's Niels Fromm, and it's called Felt, and it's like a piano album mostly, but he mic'd his feet, he mic'd his fingers, and he mic'd the like inside of the piano, and he plays most of the piano a felted piano, and it's just like sonically a really cool experience because you can really hear the like you can hear the creak of the piano at parts, like the bench moving and stuff like that. It's a really cool sonic experience. Very, very good album. Worth checking out.
Yeah, I really like at the end of this track that it has that little like haunting piano part.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I like how it feels like into the next track, Cold Night. We kind of rise back out of it. We have this like kind of quietness of that butterfly track. And then Cold Night does not like slap you in the face with a big start. Cold Night kind of rides the vibe and then brings it back up.
I will say I do not like the beginning ooze of the song.
They're
Just the way it like oozes into like her vocals. I don't like the
literally ooze it.
like the
like,
beginning
the vocalish just like synth thing.
Yeah, not a fan.
I think it's kind of neat.
Yes, neat.
Made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I did write in my notes. Cool, kind of off-putting vocalish synth thing
Thank you.
in the background.
Yeah, I think I agree with you with it's a nice kind of transition back up with it starting so slow. It's a different subject matter, obviously, but starts slow and then ramps up to, again, a very triumphant, which works to get us back up to speed that we've had in other parts of the album, especially with the next song being a little bit faster. So I think it works. It does take a while, though. Like, once it start getting faster.
Around like the 3-minute mark.
Yeah.
But it's a nice build. I think it flows well.
But when you hit it, it's so fire, though. 2 minutes and
going
15 seconds, 2 minutes
through
20.
Butterfly to this, it feels very rewarding in the album order to go from like I'm Not Dying to Marigold, Butterfly, and then back up to Cold Night.
And
like,
Cold
wow.
Night, it slows down to like a stop just before 2 minutes and 30 seconds before, boom, it kicks back in for a very dramatic sound. I would say the kind of kick in around 2:30 feels a little like 2010s. Like I feel like Viva La Vida when they brought in the strings and pop music, a lot of sounds were kind of going for that. It works because it's been so long since we've heard that sound again. Super unique.
The mix of like EDM bass plus
strings,
dramatic strings is I think you're totally right. It's not new.
No, but the effect we've waited like 6 minutes for something to be faster because Butterfly is 3.5 minutes is slow and it takes 2.5 minutes to get into this. I feel like it is, like you said, very rewarding.
Yeah. Then we go into Crying.
Yeah. I like the little vocoder that kicks things off.
Yeah.
And lasts throughout the whole song, but such a fun effect. First time I heard this song, I went and looked up how much it would cost me to buy a Korg or something with a vocoder mic, and it was too much. But I made me want one.
You can vocode in your DAW.
I don't know what a DAW is. Dawson Creek?
Reaper or in...
I did end up in a little rabbit hole of which vocoder does Daft Punk use, and I found a Reddit post where he's like, I found it. And then the price of that vocoder went way up after. So
you could have asked for one in your upgrade.
I'll need a second
This
one.
track kind of reminds me of Ultralight Beam.
Okay, yeah, I can hear that.
And it's like
Okay.
atmospheric hip hop kind of production with the vocoder, but then also the big gospel vocal stings across the track. I think it's cool because it adds so much drama.
You're right,
to
the
this
opera
track.
little stings for even just the vocals coming in.
Yes, I like that part too.
Kanye loves
that was a noted, which
It's
means
like
I loved it.
Yeah, this song is all about Begonia's body image and struggling with being feminine and being herself. Someone who's always been the chubby kid. I relate a ton to the song and the stories of harsh words from quote-unquote well-meaning adults. As an adult who works on the internet, I relate to the comment about turning off Google alerts due to the bullying of people who spout hate under the guise of anonymity. I said it right the first time. I really like it. You know, she is a large in height and stature woman, and I think it's something that I even know people in my life that really gravitate to Begonia because of that, where they're like, there's somebody with my body type who is finding success. It's like when I went and saw Viagra Boys. I'm like, look at that, just guy with a huge belly out,
like a beer gut.
Yeah, I'm like,
you
that's
sent
my
me a
body
picture.
type.
You're like, I'd love to see my body type being represented.
Yeah, exactly. Though she could have taken the angle of like, I don't care what you think because I'm powerful. It's more of a solemn approach where it's like her heart has hardened as she's put down this hurt and feelings and pain that come from the insults hurled online and from judging from those around her. She even like talks about that. She's like, I'm still looking for ways to change these definitions in my mind to
Yeah.
be something more
I
powerful.
like
but
that because there's a lot of songs that are like, "Oh, I'm proud of my body, like you can't hurt me." But I think that the way that she acknowledges that, like, it does hurt to be made fun of for the way you look, and that it doesn't ever stop hurting. There's no like a, you can't just decide to make it not affect you.
Mhm.
I
I
think
gotta
it's
stop making fun of
really
Adam.
also as a thick boy, a relatable struggle, you
Mhm.
know. And I think that that's really cool that she's representing that it's not. She's not just like, I'm fat and proud. Like I'd say, like Lizzo goes more for the like, I'm fat and proud of it, and like, which is great. But she doesn't go do as much acknowledgement of the like hurt that does come and how it takes a while to get to that point,
Yeah.
and how even when you do get to that point, people are still gonna like be crappy to you.
Mhm.
I think this is a great track. Lots of drama.
Yeah, and man, 220 when she starts to again just belt it out,
Yeah.
so good. It's
Mhm.
awesome.
Mhm.
She's such
Mhm.
an amazing range, and when she really pushes herself, it's really just stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And it ends with the chorus, gospel-y, crying. It's a little long, but not bad.
Then we go into track 10, Bleeding Heart.
Bleeding Heart.
My second favorite song on the album. This one's so much fun.
You,
It is just like a bop.
you know what? No one else thinks that it's very good. It has 53,000 listens.
That doesn't mean that
That's
people don't think it's very good. Maybe
insane.
those 53
I-
people like have the best taste in the room.
Fair.
There's 53 listens. What?
No, 53,000. 53,000. Yeah.
Yeah, the chorus is just so bouncy, and the lyrics are catchy and simple to sing along to. The premise of trying to get over someone your friends all hate, and even your therapist says you should move on from, is kind of funny. It's like my therapist says I should stop seeing you, but whatever. You know, the song starts off with Begonia being like, yeah, my friends are telling me I should go to therapy, but it's kind of expensive. Very relatable. Then she realizes that the more she talks about her partner, even in these contexts of like things are hard, it just makes her love them more. It's like the more I talk about you at all, like the more you kind of sink your teeth into me. You know, I also like this thought I mentioned at the start where she wonders if she loses her sense of sadness, that she doesn't know if she's growing up or fading away and losing part of herself. Tricky.
Mhm.
I think losing your sadness is probably okay.
What? Sorry, losing what?
Losing your sense of sadness. If you're that sad, losing that is probably not the worst. As long as you're not becoming stoic.
Mm,
Replace it with joy.
depends on what you're thinking about. I
Replace
think having
your
a sense
sadness
of
with joy.
sadness is
Yeah.
good
Mhm.
because sadness is like all of your emotions are useful,
Yeah, I learned that inside out.
right? Yeah, exactly. Every single emotion has a purpose and is useful.
I learned that one in
It's
inside out
about
too.
learning how to control it,
Yeah, that
That's
one's
also
inside
inside
out. Too. Yeah.
right? So like, it could be a bad thing if you lose your sense of sadness because sometimes you should be sad.
Yeah.
This
It's
might be
okay
a
to be
little
sad.
late, but I'm gonna say it. Song of the summer.
This is October.
Yeah, song of the summer for sure.
You know this. You know her next album comes out in like a week.
Yeah, but we'll
Yeah.
talk about that at the end.
Okay, cool.
Not very long, but I do mention that at the end. It's just so fun. You can't see, but I'm dancing. Jimmy, what do you think?
I don't mind it. It's not bad. I like that it has like that kind of bouncy chorus, like when friends say you should cut, that kind of part. It's fun. I enjoyed it. It's enjoyable.
I think it's okay. It's like a light. It's got a nice, fun, light groove. But I don't think that the vocals and the background vocals gel very well at the ending, and I don't think that the melody is supremely interesting. It is a good vibe though,
Mhm.
and Begonia still like kills it with the vocal, but it's not. It's not my fave.
Hmm.
And then we go
Hmm.
to the only one, and to me,
No, there's 11
Well,
other
that-
tracks. What
What?
do you?
oh, haha. The last two tracks on this album don't really hit for me.
No,
Yeah.
this one I think has like the lowest production quality. It just feels very flat. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a song about party anxiety. So you're at a party and you're feeling anxious, which I guess is why it feels more stereotypical party pop.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean I want to listen to it though, even if it's trying to relate to that in a different way. You're still making that song, and I don't really enjoy it.
I kind of wish it was a minute shorter.
I just think the melody's not very good.
No.
It lacks
No.
enough rhythmic intrigue or like melodic intrigue. It's just not very interesting. It's very, very like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
Why are you saying it
2,
like
3,
Blink-182?
4, 5, and it's
Sesame Street.
Tom DeLonge over here. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, and yeah, I don't know. I agree. The production doesn't really carry it. Her voice is great, I guess, but I don't like the melodies, so I don't want to hear even a good voice sing it.
Yeah,
Not
it's
even
just
sure I enjoyed the subject matter.
And then go to Nye 2013.
New
Yeah,
Year's
it's
Eve.
lowercase.
Yeah.
Nah. This is a reference to a song from Fear where she actually calls out throwing her boots off the balcony because she wasn't clean like she wanted to be. I think it was in the song Fear from the album Fear.
Yes.
And we finally get to know more about New Year's Eve 2013. I don't
It's not a very good
really-
end to the album.
Yeah, I don't really know. I also would not say it's a very sad ending to the album or like solemn end to the album, which is odd when there's been so many songs that kind of been like a triumph over problems. This one's
Mhm.
kind of like,
This one's kind of defeatist.
yeah, it's kind of like an acknowledgement that this maybe is still not resolved. Because it even ends with, that was New Year's Eve 2013, just in case you were curious.
I wasn't.
Which I guess I was. As
Oh,
a fan of
fair
Fear,
enough.
like
Yeah,
I guess I
yeah.
was a little curious about like what had happened at New Year's Eve 2013. I don't know if I still really know. It sounds like maybe just her relationship ended in 2013.
Yeah.
And then she got too drunk and threw her shoes from the balcony.
Song.
I think that the song gets good when the vocoder stuff comes in.
Oh,
Mm.
fair
It's
enough.
way better.
Yeah.
And I don't think it really goes anywhere with that as much as I'd like it. But I think if the song kind of started at the vocoder part, I'd be like, ooh.
Again, Kanye.
It would be a
inspired.
little bit more interesting. You're right. The song has. I previously said another track had the least amount of listens, but I didn't scroll down all the way. The song has 34,000 listens. It is the least listened to song on
It's
the
the
entire
end
album.
of the album.
It's also the end of the
that's
album.
The trend.
Yes.
Yeah. I just like the casual mention. I was saying I'll fight the first man I see. I just needed anyone to hurt like me. Then heard someone outside got hit by a taxi. Now I'm all alone at the coolest party. It's like, what? Is it because everyone's going to help the person got hit by a taxi and you're just like inside still, I guess?
You're vibing inside.
And then you
with
threw your
shoes.
shoes on the balcony because you were
Yeah.
mad because you were alone at the party and all the stuff obviously going around that.
You were no longer the center of attention.
I'm just saying, Fantasy Life, her new album coming out. I want another explanation of New Year's Eve 2013. I want to know even clearer what happened. I'm still curious.
New
about
Year's
what happened.
New Year's Eve 2013 exposed.
To Redux.
Redux.
That truth
Yeah.
exposed.
But I do think it's funny to end the album. That was New Year's Eve 2013. Just in case you were curious.
Yeah.
Album ends.
I wasn't. But yeah, I think it's
somebody.
cool. I do think the vocoder is cool, and I think that the last half of the track is pretty neat. It is an interesting closer, and yeah, I think it's interesting because I always like it when artists make experimental type closers. That's where I think a lot of artists are like, let's get kind of weird on the end, and I appreciate that she tried it.
Yeah, a little weird.
You know, a little weird. All right, that makes wow. So what about the record itself?
Well, let me tell you.
Let me tell you something.
On the cover, we have Begonia
Mm.
with her luscious red hair, wearing a powder blue blanket with her powder blue nails that are very nice. And she's kind of like holding the blanket up to cover herself. And there's a second set of hands kind of coming around back of her head.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think the second set of hands is really neat.
On the back of the album, I like it. It's got a cool, very extra font and like paisley, flowery border around it.
Mhm.
And a cool diamondy font for all of the songs. It says powder blue at the bottom. And of course, all of the credits for all the grants. and things
World's
in Canada.
largest barcode.
It is a very
It's
large
a big
barcode
barcode.
with very bold numbers.
But thanks to the framing of the back of the album, it's not that distracting.
I didn't even notice, yeah. Then we have the jacket, which has all of the lyrics for all of the songs. And on the other side, there's thank yous. Another picture of Begonia from the photo shoot for the album cover, where again, she's covering herself with a blanket. She's got lots of pretty tattoos, very nice makeup. Begonia's Alexa Dirks. Is the record powder blue? You better believe it.
Yeah.
And it's a nice, like,
Oh.
cool textured one, too.
Translucent or something.
Yeah, and it was made at Birthday Cake Records at 364 Smith Street, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Has a song names per side, no lengths or anything, but I mean that's not super common.
I
I
don't
paid
always know.
$30. You can buy it now for $30. She has a 1 year like sale for it, so I think I paid $25.
She also has a 1-year special edition, which has 2 extra bonus tracks on it.
Yeah, I
Really?
think the bonus tracks are maybe live versions.
Yeah, they're
or- I
live.
can't remember.
That's
Live.
cool.
One's a live and one's a live acoustic version.
Is it worth
Yeah.
looking up the live versions of her tracks, Bell?
It's Heaven, which is a good song. It's Too Quiet, which is a song that's not on this album. So
Mm.
Do you think the live versions is it worth looking up live versions of her tracks? Like, does she have good live videos online, or do you not know? You just know that she's good in person.
I think Heaven, the live acoustic, is very, very good.
Cool.
It's a very, very good cover of that song. Yeah, what do you guys think? What's your final verdict?
My final verdict is that I think that this Begonia album is proof that Begonia should be way more popular. An underrated Canadian gem, and I think, yes, listen to her. share the music, promote. I hope that her upcoming album has a lot of success,
Yeah.
and I will be checking it out because I really enjoyed this album quite a bit. Yeah, I would consider picking this one up if it's still on sale. So Begonia's Powder Blue is going to go into my number 2 spot behind Vampire Weekend's Modern Vampires of the City.
Wow, high praise.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Jamie.
I put this album. I'm gonna cut right to the chase. I like this album. I put this album in our 4th spot, just above the Twilight soundtrack, and just below John Mayer's Room for Squares. I liked it, but some of the tracks aren't as strong as others. But I like what she was doing, and I also hope that her next album, which is upcoming, does well.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Fantasy Life releasing this Friday for us, so it's out now for you. Go listen to it. I'm not going to hesitate to listen like I did Powder Blue. I have actually been avoiding all the singles released because I just want to listen to the whole album. I'm so excited. It's another album cover where it's a close-up of her face. This time, though, red instead of blue. So maybe this will be a more
Interesting.
angry or more powerful, or more triumphant. Who knows? Instead of childhood, maybe it's future and current. Instead of fear, it's circumstance. I don't know. I didn't have another thing written down there. Hope. Okay, I'd be down for that. Begonia is someone I've been a day oneer for. You know, I've been so excited to see her growth. I only hesitated to listen to this album because her other stuff was so good, and I've been taught that I don't need to. She will continue to be great. If you can see her live, do it.
Yeah. Oh, Belle, on the last episode of Begonia, we said that the only thing that was wrong with the LP was that it sounded like doo-doo.
Oh, it sounded good. It was just half volume.
Yeah, it was
this
very
one
quiet.
is normal volume. Thank
Very
you.
good.
It sounds great.
That's good.
So it is worth your $25 to $30 Canadian, and I would give it probably like an 8.5 out of 10. I would not be surprised if this ends up in my top 5 albums for listen time during my replay this year. Very, very good. Top spot.
16 bicycles out of a teacup? That's crazy.
Jamie works with a lot of mercury. Yeah, it's very, very good. I'd say 8.5 or 9. It'll easily be in my top listen to albums, along with Kings of Convenience again for the second year running because I love that album so much. God, Peace or Love is so good. Oh.
All right, for Aftercare, Jake, why did you leave the podcast? Why?
Why? It's funny. Before we started, I was like, "Oh man, editing it really does suck."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah,
it's tough. It's hard.
did it for 3 years, no automation.
Let's
I didn't
hire a
bother setting
robot to
anything
do
up.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a homegrown podcast. They promise no AI.
Okay, Jamie, any artists that deserve more love?
Oh, you mean like artists that I enjoy, but I don't think they get enough
Yeah.
kudos? Man, that's a tough one. I like this fella that I found off TikTok. His name is Bryant Roses, but he does country covers of punk rock songs in a way that I really get behind. And so I bought both of his albums now. We'll cover him one day. But he just, as far as I can tell, he's an accountant in real life, and he does music as a side gig, but he just does it so earnestly that I really appreciate what he does. He gets reasonable amounts of traction, and his album was not very much money. His first album, Bring It Back Around, I think I only paid like $25 for a pressing from a limited run pressing, but because he self-published that album, and the production quality is quite good. So, like really small artists like that. I mean, he's not really doing anything groundbreaking. There's only one original track on that particular album that he wrote. The rest of them are just covers, but I thought it was really interesting that he did it.
What was his name?
Bryant Roses.
It sounds like one of those fake Spotify artists. You're gonna go on Reddit and be like, "No, he's AI."
He's a real dude.
He's a chat bot in his spare time.
It turns out he's a real dude. He plays music in his backyard, which I think is nice.
Cool. I would probably be. I guess this is tough because they're like, if you're in the scene, then you know that they're a big deal. But outside of the scene, people don't talk about them, and that's like the Punch Brothers.
The
who are,
Punch
like,
Brothers?
progressive bluegrass collective,
Interesting.
and so good. I will say that like all of them are like very successful within the bluegrass scene, but it's such a insular and not widespread scene, and I think that that's a shame because a lot of what's happening in modern bluegrass, especially lately, with folks like Billy Strings, and like obviously like we've had Bella Fleck for a long time, who's been just crazy. there's a lot of really cool stuff going on in bluegrass right now, and I think it's more people should be paying attention to that kind of music.
What are the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band up to these days?
I don't know.
They're another bluegrass.
Oh,
What is Mumford and Sons up to?
Are
who
they
cares?
bluegrass? Yeah.
They're not bluegrass anymore. Didn't they go back to? Oh, I think they went pop, and then they went back to doing their like
country.
boom clap stuff.
They went back to Boom Clap.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, we need money. But yeah,
Bell, what do you think?
Man, it's funny because it's like some of the artists I'm like, oh yeah, definitely them. And I look, I'm like, they have 1 million monthly listeners. Like, I guess
They're not that
bad.
underground
Yeah,
anymore.
Like
Yeah.
Electric Guest is the one that came to my mind where it's like I don't know if I've ever met anyone else who's ever heard of them pre me telling them to listen. And Electric Guest just put out a new album last week, and it's got some absolute bangers.
Eaters.
If it's something I could have gotten in time, I probably would have chosen. Somersault's very good. Plouffe introduced me to them. Really like them. Kings of Convenience for our part of the world. They're very popular in Europe. Nick Hakim, people we've talked about here. But yeah, I think just support local artists. Go out there and support
yeah, go see a
your
show.
local artist. Begonia is really the one that I'm always recommending to people that I think that people should listen to more. And I'm going to continue doing that.
Yeah, great
So-
recommendation.
Yep.
Great recommendation. Well,
Thank you
thanks
so
so
much.
much for listening.
Thanks for coming back
Until
for
next
at least
time.
one.
Oh, man. Bye.
Bye.
I'm pretty sure that's David Crosby. Actually, no, that.